Welcome to Flareum. Today, guys, we're going to talk with you about another vertical, typography. Many of you knows how difficult it is to control the typography across your project and to make everything consistent. So today we're going to review a different cool features inside the Flareum that can help you work much smarter within your project. So let's take a look. So let's open the Flareum project and let's dive into typography vertical. It's here in the left navigation. So as we see first, what we need to do is to choose the color for our text, the primary color that will be associated with our text. So let's choose one of the colors we have created before. And this is what we have under the typography vertical, guys. So let's first focus on the first group that is in the top. It's the sizes. So under the sizes, we have two columns. We have the base font and we have the scale map. So the base font actually is the starting point for the scale map calculation. So what we need to do, in case if you want to also control the scale map, you can easily change your base font here. And as you can see that your calculations going to be recalculated based on this base font. So the base font actually is your running text in your project. So what you need to do is just to decide which body text you're going to use and then set the size here. The baseline, which is actually a line high of our base font, is not going to affect our typography really here, but it's something that we're going to reuse under the grid when we're going to build the grid. So just keep in mind that this value is important for the grid. So once we establish the base font, we can just go to the scale map. So what you can do here, you can add more scales if you need, smaller or bigger. Just play with it and understand how many elements you need. And then what we're going to do actually, we're going to in the right panel to play with the different way of mixing it. So what's really cool that you can mix it with the curve, and what I personally love about the curve, that I can get the results as I want. I can have more smooth contrast at the beginning and a more um, contrast sizes at the end. So this is something really cool. Let's take a look compared to the more standard way of mixing. When for instance we're using a proportion. So with the using a proportion, the disadvantage is that the curve is pretty linear still. And even if I would try to use something like that, which gives me like more contrast curve, it's still so much better to use the curve which you can adjust because you can get the result you're really looking for. So this is what we personally love about using the curve. There is a manual mode, but obviously no one is recommending to use a manual. Okay, so once we set up all of these, let's jump to the style. So under the styles, guys, we have the colors in our column. So what you need to do, in case if you need another style for your text, just add two styles, two colors for your text, and this is it. Under the color column here, we have the text selection. So the text selection is actually something that you're gonna have in your CSS file, and it will affect actually your website. So what you can do, you can just play with those colors to set up the design you want for your text selection, as you see here. So just select text and you will see the preview, how it looks like. Okay. Yeah, and there is a usage list that will appear here based on what we're gonna write under our styles, but it's in a second. Yeah, we will get there. So then the next thing we're going to talk about is a font family, which is like very simple because you have three sources for the font family. We have Google, we have Adobe, and we have custom fonts. So if you want to search the Google fonts, just click here and type any font uh, you like to find, select it, and it's going to be selected. Go here to select the font weight. We're working on it on like displaying here the font weight as well. It's a bit tricky. So for now, it's just the numbers, and you can select. And here you're going to see the preview actual of the font weight. So once we decide which font family we love, let's add one more. It can be robot or whatever. Then let's jump to the font styles that actually we're going to create and we're going to use, right? So just hit plus here, and we starting with the new font style. You can pin it so it will not jump. And then what you need to do first is just to set up the size you need for. So let's make it looks bigger. Let's add a few more like these. Like this. And then what we can do actually is to choose which font family to use. Let's keep it BDM sans. Let's make it bold. If we want to have a few font weight, we can do it like this. Yeah, so we have one bold, one light. Then we can also do something similar here. Yeah, so we, for instance, just did a quick setup of our headings. We can do the same thing for the typography. Yep, we can just use some smaller sizes here, and we can create a different fonts and styles here, right? Like this. Yep, like this. Yeah, so right now actually we have just a quick review the way how we can customize things, okay? What you can do, and you just saw it here, you can also preview your text. You can preview and then you can just, adjust it and see how the things looks like. This is really useful. So guys, once everything is set up and established, what else you can do? One more thing that I forgot to mention is that you can actually control here under your color slots which color can be used or shouldn't be used with your text, and it's more relevant to the development side. So it's not gonna affect anything in your Figma file, but on the development it is. And then also feel free to use your usage list, because the usage list will give you then some context of where you've been using what. So it's really helpful when, in a while you would like to delete some styles, and then you should have some context if it been used somewhere in your design. So feel free just to write here some home style. Yeah, like this. And then you will have an understanding that this color been used with this text as a home title. So what else we can do? Once everything is established, then the cool thing is that you can easily go here and also change the font family to any font family you like. Let's choose something like different. And as you can see that all of your styles will be updated automatically. Same for the scale map. You can now play with the scale map, and all of your sizes is going to be adjusted as well automatically. Like this, okay? Yeah, so this is really cool, and this is so easy to play with, guys. So I really hope that you will enjoy. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to text in our Discord channel. The link gonna be also below the video. Thank you for watching.